you mentioned that the relation to PulseChain itself as part of the function of this. And the question is, if Pulse runs, does that mean that the gift token is automatically going to run as well? Because this is one of those questions that you get for a lot of other tokens, especially like over on the Ethereum side of the house, which is that, is this underlying asset or this layer 2 built on Ethereum, is it actually going to outperform Ethereum, or am I just better off buying Ethereum? So the question here is, how closely is the gift token tied to Pulse, and is it possible for Pulse to outpump GIF, or is GIF always, just by the nature of its design, going to just inch by inch just creep farther and farther ahead of PulseChain?
So I've been observing the chart myself, and whenever PulseChain dropped, the GIF token reacted very, very poorly against it, because the GIF went up when Pulse dropped. But once Pulse started moving up, the ratios never changed. So, yeah, for the moment now, it has been leveraged on Pulse always. Whether Pulse goes down or up, it has always been leveraged against. I've been watching the chart daily. Like, I've been watching this stuff for many, many hours by now. I wake up early to check on it. So, yeah, for me, it has never moved away from the Pulse price. So you have seen that lately. You've seen the USD price go up a lot because Pulse went up as well. So the leverage in the USD chart compounded against it. I've been sharing that in the main chat as well, because we've been going up versus Pulse, but Pulse never moved up. So you basically, what happened in that scenario, you've seen like maximum 25% dumps, while everything has been dropping for 50-60%, because the GIF goes up versus Pulse, so it mitigates your USD value loss. And when Pulse starts moving up, you compound against your Pulse. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. For me, it has been leveraging against Pulse the whole time. It has never deviated away from that. So yeah.
That's fair. I've got the two charts pulled up here. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, GIF token launched on February 2nd. So I marked out February 2nd here. If we look at the 7th of February, we had a local low and had a bit of a bull run for Pulse up to the 13th of March. So if we want to look at that on the same, over on the GIF chart, then we can draw out to the 7th of March. So this time frame, up until this point, that's the area that we're looking at where Pulse was actually pumping, and then anything past the 7th of March, or the 13th of March, excuse me, is the downside.
Could I add something first?
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
I think the GIF, the perma GIF contract went live only a month ago. So yeah.
Yes, thank you. Good point.
So yeah, the arbitraging has been going on for around a month by now. So the chart is older, but yeah, there's more things coming onto it. So it's basically just a month that GIF really has been burning its supply. So just to add a note on that.
No, that is an excellent observation. Thank you for that. And then, do I have this market cap? But anyways, yeah, I don't know. These are just questions that I think about. So for me personally, I would love to be a developer and a builder, but I just don't think that's my skill set or where I'm at right now. So where I come from and to try to approach things is from that investor mindset, which is that at the end of the day, I'm here to try and stack small wins to improve my life by building a financial base for the future. And the things that I want to interact with, I want to ensure that I fully understand and that they also have positive upside. And I fully understand that anything in cryptocurrency is going to be high volatility and there will be risk. But can I understand that, and can it be managed? So with something like GIF, it seems very good, which is that the buy and burn permeable function is something that is going to, in my opinion, maximize upside and reduce downside potential. At the same time, though, there is a trade-off because everything has pros and cons. One of the things that's going to do is it's not necessarily going to flatten out the candles, so to speak, in more of a horizontal way, but it might be more linear as opposed to the wild up and down roller coaster that we're pretty used to seeing for a lot of other cryptocurrencies.
No, you're 100% right, because Right now, we're only dealing with a flat ceiling of a 10 GIF ratio in between the two because not all of the cylinders are being fired on. Right now, we're only dealing with a one cylinder system, GIF and PGIF. Once you have multiple different cross sections or Venn diagrams, you need three circles to really create a Venn diagram, just like you need 3 points on a line to create a shape. So you have to have multiple of those different components to really see the linear approach of them compounding on each other. But the fact that just PGIF creates a flat line of up, and this chart doesn't include the deflation and burn ratio aspects of what that Rorschach painting should look like. You should be seeing multiple different data sets rather than just candles, because you're dealing with multiple different components than just value. You can see the value because the number go up, but that's not the whole story being told. Here, please keep going.
No, I mean, that's really about it for that point for me. I mean, so if you want to extrapolate this and compare it to other things in the market that we operate inside of, if you are a person that bought Bitcoin back in like 2014, 2015, and you held it since then, congratulations, you are generational wealthy and you have hit it big. For people that did not do that strategy, I'd say there's also people that have been possibly even more successful. And those are the ones that truly understood the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. At least this is my personal opinion. I think that people that effectively understood where to buy and where to take profits, and then also at the same time hold that moon bag and hold that portion that you are never going to sell, because that is going to be the base for generational wealth. That's how you really compound these effects. So the reason I asked about the idea of functionality in a token reducing downside is that obviously we don't enjoy price going down. However, in my opinion, I think it's a bit of a fundamental concept when it comes to the cryptocurrency space as it exists right now. I fully accept that Bitcoin is probably going to dump 75% at some point in 2026, maybe 2027. That's at least what my chicken bones and the tea leaves are telling me, based on the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. So the question is are these functions going to be able to minimize downside and reduce that dumping effect, or are there going to be other factors that are going to do that, like such as adoption or just like giant liquidity pools, and maybe even just the IQ of the overall crypto investor going up over time? Because I think we're actually seeing that in real time. Not only are these projects and the tokens getting more complex and people have a better understanding and a grasp of the things that make them tick, but I think that the average person in the market, the learning curve is very real, and you can see it in real time.